Hi everybody. In this video, I'm taking a deep dive into creating consistent characters in Midjourney. You can view the completed story in the video Never Fear a Nightclub Dancer on my channel, link in the description. I'm making another video about the origin of this story and using ChatGPT to create the script and using 11 Labs for the voiceover narration. Creating a consistent character is complex. My other video in this story will also go into the visual style and creating the background scenes for this story. The story has two main characters, a dancer named Elodie and an artist named Marcel. All images were created in Midjourney version 5.1 using aspect ratio of 16:9. Here is the first prompt for the character Elodie. The first set of images were powerful but too abstract, though you start to see the emergence of the eventual character in the upper right image. A couple of rerolls produce more amazing images as always, but I sensed that I had not yet found the character of Elodie. On their own, these images are extraordinary. The fourth set produced an image that served as the foundation image for the character. This image functioned as an image prompt combined with phrases from the story. That's an excellent technique for maintaining some consistency in characters among images. You can see the impact that the words in the prompt have on the character's expressions. I really like this image for the phrase, "She nodded a silent agreement." The bird, or it's a fish, adds an unexpected touch that works perfectly. The color palette is amazing, yet her hair is too light compared to all the other images of this character. So I could not use it in the story, and I had no luck in changing the prompt to force darker hair while maintaining this style of image. I could have pulled the image into Photoshop for editing, but I did not want to do that. More examples of the image prompt with a phrase from the story. Note how I do not try to force a specific pose for the character. Let the unexpected emerge. The unexpected is a defining characteristic of this medium. Let me repeat that. The unexpected is a defining characteristic of generative AI art. Embrace that concept. Compare generative AI art to art forms that are performance-based, where the performance is generated from the behavior of the individual actor or dancer. The director, the writer, cannot control every movement of the performer. With AI art, the algorithm is the performer. Unlike the creator of a graphic novel or comic, you are not controlling the stroke of every line, the pose of every character. Resist that temptation and work within the limitations of generative AI. You find creativity within limitations. For the end of the story, I did want a shot of Elodie from behind, since the phrase is, "She walked away." In this case, adding "from behind" to the prompt is a helpful technique. One of the problems with these images is that the city background is more New York than Paris, but specifying Paris leans into the cliché too much. Also, these images seem too cheerful or too dramatic. Variations giving New York again. Throughout all these images, I'm still using the same image prompt for the character. The Paris images are so over the top, as if she had found love, but that's the exact opposite of how the story ends. It occurred to me that I should try blending two images. I took an earlier background image outside of the club and blended that in Midjourney with the image of Elodie walking away. The result showed potential. I added the last phrase of the story to the prompt and added the color scheme and setting to reinforce the concept for the image. At this point, it became a matter of re-rolling to find the image. The first prompt for Marcel required a multi-prompt and several rerolls. I wanted an older man for this character, but Midjourney kept giving me a younger man. This became the base image for the male character. That image was then used as an image prompt combined with text from the story. Consistent characters in Midjourney is still one of these most challenging aspects of using generative AI images for storytelling. In some cases, even with this image prompt, Midjourney will give me feminine versions of this character. I had to reinforce the masculinity by adding terms back into the prompt. In this example, you can see the from behind perspective. I use the from behind shot as an image prompt to place them in front of a canvas painting on an easel. For the phrase describing Marcel as seeking inspirations of a different kind on this night, I combined these two images using the blend prompt in Midjourney. I like the result. Consistency in clothing, hair, and the amount of facial hair on the character changed considerably. In some aspects, that is not a problem since the story takes place over many nights as the character returned to the nightclub night after night. This close-up of his face was used as an image prompt to create an image of the character seated. The seated image was then used as an image prompt to create variations with other phrases from the story that showed different parts of his emotions. Takeaways. I did all the images for each character separately. In other words, the images for the story were not done in sequence. Focus on one character at a time. Focus on one scene at a time. Rerolls are essential. Image prompts. Once you find a character you like, then use that image as an image prompt for all other images about that character. Blend. Use the blend command to integrate the character into a scene. I will have more on creating the background scenes of this story in another video. If you made it this far, please like the video, subscribe, or leave a comment. Thanks. Enjoy creating images.